Our TAYA program refers to transition age young adults, and the goal of TAYA really is to extend the safety net for young people experiencing homelessness ages 25 to 30 in order to prevent further disconnection and ultimately permanently resolve their experience of homelessness. So for us, TAYA is really saying that there are unique developmental needs for this population as well. We see this with housed and unhoused young adults, right? That there is a different life approach that is needed as the world that we live in just gets more and more complex. What's been really hard these past 2 years during COVID is that we have lost a lot of young people to death. What we know through reports from the Department of Public Health is that mortality rates among young people experiencing homelessness 18 to 29 have nearly doubled in the past 2 years. TAYA, I think, is a little bit of an organizational post-traumatic growth program. It's an innovation, a creation, something that we're really proud of, but it was born out of tragedy.
Setting age 25 as a marker of when somebody should be fully independent is not realistic for all folks, especially if you come from system care where you haven't been provided the opportunity to develop the life skills.
TAYA is largely based in brain science and the impact of trauma on the brain.
So to cut people off right when they turn 25 is missing possibly a critical point of recovery for our young people.
I grew up in the foster care system, so I immediately went to the street. I turned 18 and said, have a nice life. And ever since then, I've been homeless.
We know that about 1 in 4 foster care young people, when they exit care, will become homeless. So many foster care youth talk about just the very deep trauma that aging out of foster care was to them, and then we replicated 4 years later by making them age out of a TAYA system of care into an adult system of care.
Cutting off the age to 25 is kind of like another barrier that I have to get over. I'm still learning things. Like, I'm still trying to figure out money management. Money management is one of the biggest things that I have an issue with. But I'm slowly grasping it. And to cut it off when I'm just barely grasping it, it's another setback. It's hard to keep on, rebuilding, a ladder out of nothing.
We no longer are willing to replicate this trauma of disconnection and aging out and losing your sense of belonging, your sense of community, your sense of trust in people. So the extension of TAYA just gives us a little bit more time to work with people to help them achieve their version of stability without having to replicate that aging out trauma.
Coming from research, we know that brain development, particularly for young men, does not come to the age of maturity, executive functioning, until that age of 25, but often that is severely impacted by young people who have experienced trauma, disrupted education, multiple moves, community violence, and this is very much the young people who are seeking care and community at My Friend's Place.
The young people that we serve here at My Friend's Place, they don't have that privilege, they don't have that access to family support who can hold them in a safety net. So we have to be that replacement family safety net.
My Friend's Place was home. Like when I didn't have a home. And even now, to this day, and I'm 28 years old, and I'm going through a little hardship in my life, and the first thought that came to my mind was, hey, let me call My Friend's Place. They always come through for me.
So TAYA is a really exciting innovation for My Friend's Place, and this is in our DNA. This is in our origin story. My Friend's Place has always been known, and we're proud to be trailblazers, and we believe that TAYA is kind of this next trailblazing that has potential to really make sector-wide impact.